All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaChodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. All right, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that's being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. Okay? Unto the woman, all right? This will be a video dealing with these women, man. These modern, goofball ass women. Okay? Um, Spirit been on these women this week, and rightfully so. You got all this madness coming out about these women. You know, they creating a list of where they wouldn't want to go for a first date and all this bullshit. And then you got the goofy ass man. He come back with a list. See, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to kill a lot of men and women, okay? And more women are going to perish because there's more of you, okay? There's more women on the planet Earth, more women in Babylon the Great than there are men, okay? And a lot of you are gonna perish out here because you have took on the same serpent's philosophy, all right? And you live by it. And you truly think that when lawlessness is out here, you know, or let me say it like this, you truly think that this society will continue to protect you as it has, all right, when all hell breaks loose. That's not how it works, okay? All hell is on the brink of breaking loose, and you still out here being loose. So the Lord got a special judgment coming for you women out here, man, all right? Now, I got this video I'm going to play right here of a woman of the Northern Kingdom, because we can't forget about these women, all right? Yeah, the black woman, you know, she's the ringleader. But these Northern Kingdom women, too, oh, they ain't shit either, all right? The so-called, you know, the Latina, the Native American woman, all right? These Gadite women, the Israelite woman in general, all right? The Babylonian woman in general, man, all right? But these Latin women ain't shit either, okay? Because guess what? They follow the black woman. They do what the black woman do, okay? They do exactly what the black, and this is a young woman, a younger woman. I ain't gonna call her a young woman, but she's a younger woman that has come to her senses, or so-called, and realized that she fell for the bullshit. She fell for the serpent's philosophy. Once again, just as Eve did in the beginning. All right, and it's gonna be real bad for a lot of you women out here, man. It's gonna be real bad for a lot of you women. All right, and I see women out here just single, and I sense the desperateness on these women out here. You know, you can sense it on these women. You know, you go to the grocery store. You know, you get off work. You may not have nothing at the crib. You know, and I'm very observative at things. You know, I peep everything out. It don't matter what I'm doing or where I'm at, but I peep everything. And you know, I'll get off work in the evening, you know, later evening time, 6:30, may go by the grocery store, you know, to pick up something to cook real quick, and you could sense the desperateness of these women out there. You see the other men, you know, men that, you know, getting off work at the grocery store, getting, you know, dinner and whatnot. And these women are, you know, they get dressed up to go to the grocery store because they looking to get picked. They looking to get a man in their corner, all right? Because they didn't freaked off long enough, and now, you know, the ramifications of them, more than likely they divorce their husband because they be in there with their children, all right? Might have a 10-year-old daughter with her 10-year-old son, and you could tell that she's single because just her energy. You know, she ain't got nobody to go home to. You could just sense it on these women, man. All right? And that's because, like I said, they've fallen for the juice. They took that serpent's philosophy as they did in the beginning. All right? And the Heavenly Father didn't create you women to go after no boss mentality. You don't have the mental fortitude to be a boss, you women, man. And that goes for millionaire women. You know, women that have you don't have that mental fortitude. The only reason you women still thrive is because society and lawlessness has not ensued. That's the only reason, because this society protects you women. You're protected under these wicked ass laws here. All right? But soon as the shit hits the fan, so to speak, we gonna see how strong and independent you women are. All right, how many bosses there are. Okay, how many boss bitches is gonna be out there. Now I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna you know, continue to roll in the spirit on you women, man. Okay, so I'm gonna play this real quick.
Man, I feel lied to by the culture. But I'm gonna take full responsibility there.
Yeah, she says she feel lied to. All right. Yeah, as you can see, this ain't the black woman. This is the Northern Kingdom woman, man. You know, and I believe she's out here on the West Coast. Okay, you got a lot of these Latin women out here on the West who walk around with their nose in the air. All right, and just in general, you know, just in general, you know, they walk around like they better than men. They after they bag. They in their little Yukon trucks. You know, they in they little Lexus, Benzes, Beamers. You know, because this society is made for a woman to thrive. It ain't made for a man to thrive. Okay? This society caters to you women. Okay? And she said she feel like she was lied to. But let me back that up a little bit. I'm not gonna stop it. I'm gonna let it play. All right, here we go.
Man, I feel lied to by the culture. But I'm gonna take full responsibility there, man. I fell for it. I fell for the boss bitch, the like I could do everything by myself, that hyper independent bullshit. And I'm 31 now, and I still don't have kids. I still don't have a family. I was focused on trying to get after the bag and all this. Yo, what?
And don't forget, you know, see, these women be afraid to really admit that they was out there jumping from rod to rod as well. Why they after that bag? All right. You know, they got that saying in the world, girls just want to have fun. All right. All you got to do is go on social media, and you see that's all these women really are about. They just want to have fun, man. All right. They get after they bag during the week, and on the weekends they out in the bars and in the clubs, sitting on every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know, that's what these women are doing. All right. It ain't just like they just after they bag and no, they out here in they bag and they being hoes. See, they don't admit that part. Okay? But peep what she say, what she really want. All right? And this is natural for you women, man. All right? A woman that say she never wants children and you know, she never wants a family. That woman has totally destroyed herself by laying down with all kind of men. All right? Because naturally a woman is supposed to want to have children and bear a man's seed. Okay?
I'm in a place now in my life where I'm reevaluating everything. My values, my perspectives, what I really want in the future. And what I really want is a family. I feel like social media or just everything around us, society in general, wants to push that the woman is the future. No, the family is the future.
All that damn makeup. All right? Even her last little statement, the family is the future. You know? They hate to really admit that men are the prize. All right? But they're gonna find out. They're gonna find out the hard way. All right? And another thing they're gonna have to do, they're gonna learn to share. Okay? A lot of these women are selfish, think that they so pretty or they deserve a man all to themselves. No, hell no. You women have been living on the high horse for the longest, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah is getting ready to knock your ass down, and you gonna fall hard. All right, you gonna fall hard. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16. All right. Now you heard her say what she really want is a family. She really want to bear children. Women naturally want to have children. All right. But this is the type of shit Kevin Samuels used to talk about. You know? They want to whore around, you know, when they become young women. All right? And they get to their you know, they graduate high school. Really, they've been sexually active. A lot of women have been sexually active since they were 14, 15 years old. All right, and this is a well-known fact amongst the Israelite, so-called Black and Hispanic Native American communities throughout Babylon the Great, throughout America. This is a well-known fact. I remember being in junior high school, and the girls they were already fucking, you know? They were sexually active at 14, you know? 15 years old, they was already popping. Some women, when they were 13, you know? They get to junior high school and have bodies like grown-ass women. And, you know, they've already been sexually active. A lot of them been touched on by their mother's boyfriends and uncles and shit, and been sexually active at young ages. But you niggas got a problem with the scriptures when they speak about a woman passing the flower of her age, you know, the whole grape thing. When you know, growing up, you've known younger women, all right? You might have been the same age as this woman. You might have liked her, but she was fucking around with a high school kid, a high school 17, 18-year-old, because he had a car. He was able to pick her up, You know, take her to the park and freak off on her ass, man. Okay? And then when they got to high school, it was a lot worse. Okay? So you can't tell me that these women out here are innocent, man. These women have been sexually active since they were preteens and young teenagers. You know? And then when they get to high school, they might have a boyfriend in the 9th grade. By the time they get to their senior year, they done been through at least 4 boyfriends, 3 or 4 boyfriends, active sexually, you know. Then they go off to college, and we all know what goes on in college, you know. A woman in college, that's a playground of penis for her to play with, okay? And they go to college and they become even bigger whores. They focus on their bag just like her, like she said, all throughout their 20s. You know, they out there having fun, creating these soul ties with all kind of men. And then when she get to the age of this woman that you just saw, now they ready to settle down and have children. But ain't nobody willing to settle down with you. All right? And you really can't settle down because your pair bonding has dissipated because you've laid down with so many men. Okay? But you're naturally wired to want to be with one man and bear his seed. This is why she's having this epiphany. I fell for it. Yeah, you did. A lot of women have fell for it. All right? And a lot of women gonna pay because they fell for the bullshit. All right? So Genesis 3:16, it says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. This is what you were created for. You were created to desire a husband and him to rule over you, and you to rule over his children. That's the order. Okay? That is the order. You go to social media, you know, and you see the dysfunction and the mind state of these women. All right? These women do not have the mental fortitude to be by themselves. All right? And when all hell breaks loose, we will see, all right, that you don't have that mental fortitude. All right? You need guidance from a man, because the Heavenly Father gave the man the reasoning, the logic. All right? You know, a lot of you women, you like to keep busy because you can't sit down. You can't sit your ass down and you know, and pondering your own thoughts, because your own thoughts will throw you into a state of fucking depression. That's why a lot of women, you know, they stay busy. They stay busy doing shit because it's their way to escape their own thoughts. You know, you have women that have 2 and 3 jobs. You know, her bank account is, you know, decent if it ain't fat. She can't just sit down and chill, because once she sits down and chill, and naturally, when you just sitting and your mind starts to wonder, your mind starts to you know, you start to ponder on your life and the decisions you've made. And a lot of you women have made decisions that you regret, that you're going to take to the grave. You're going to take them to the grave, but it's eating your ass up on the inside. All right? Because you're not meant, you weren't designed to lay down with all these men. All right. And now that you've done so, every time you sit and you gotta ponder, you driving yourself crazy because all them spirits from them different men are on you. You thinking about this man, you thinking about that man, and what you did when you went to Vegas that weekend, when you went to Miami, you and your friend hopped in a Bugatti, lapped up because some random man had a Bugatti. Y'all met him in the nightclub, and y'all both went home with him and did some freaky shit. You know, you got all these secrets in your mind that's tearing your soul up. And then when you come to the realization that you really want to settle down and have children, you really can't even do that. Because you ain't gonna tell this the sucker that falls for your bullshit. You ain't gonna tell him about all the wickedness you've done in your life. So normally what happens is you get with the man, you have his children, and you so unstable in your mind, you go step out on his ass. Okay? Because you can't really bond to one man no more. Because you lived all through your 20s jumping from man to man. I ain't even gonna say 20s. From an early teenager up until your 30s, you was jumping from man to man. Because that's what you saw your mother doing. That's what all the girls around, the women around you were doing. All right? So you just totally just bugged out of your mind. And when society crumbles, because it's on its way of crumbling, it's about to crumble, that's when you're going to realize, all right, well, that's when we're going to see a lot of you women out here through, all right? A lot of you through now. You know, you got all the beauty, all the body. You got the nice car, the job, but the one thing you don't have that's essential to your survival is a man, all right? That's what you don't have. Because a man is essential to a woman's survival. A woman can't survive on her own. All right? And a lot of you going to have to, like Apostle Tahar said, you're going to have to deal with these elements that's out here. We ain't talking about rain, sleet, and snow. But even though those are part of the elements that you're going to have to deal with, you're going to have to deal with lawlessness. All right? You're going to have to deal with lawlessness. Okay? A lot of you are going to become spoiled. And a lot of you are going to be graped out here. Okay? When these troops get unleashed out here, when things get to happening, women are going to be spoiled. The scriptures speak about that. All right? You're going to be for booty. Let me get that, let me see. You women are going to be booty out here, man. All right, little you already out here. Every woman want that ass. She want that. Every woman want a fat ass. You know, you want to flaunt your ass off. You know, all in the goddamn camera with the ass shots, with the tights on. Well, you literally gonna be booty. All right. And the word booty means spoil. Okay. Men are gonna spoil you women. You're gonna be taken, and a lot of you ain't gonna consent to it. You ain't gonna have no choice, but because you ain't gonna have 911. All right, when all hell, excuse me, when all hell breaks loose, you ain't gonna have 911 to call and come get this man out my house. Get these men about my house. All right? You ain't gonna have that luxury. Man, why is this thing tripping? It's frozen right there. Let me check. Bear with me a second. Use my phone. I could just go to the chapter. All right? You women are gonna be booty in that day. You're gonna be for a spoil. And it ain't gonna be that man that you was hoping. All right. It ain't gonna be him. All right. It ain't gonna be men that you wouldn't mind. All right. Especially for you hoes out there. All right. You ain't gonna just you know, get what you want forever. The Lord gonna have men that you would never allow to touch you. When society is intact, they gonna have access to you, and you ain't gonna be able to do shit about it. All right. This is the book of Judges 5:30. Let me pull it up here. All right. Show you an example of booty. Okay. Show you an example of you women becoming booty. Okay. And a lot of you gonna be put to death. Ain't nobody gonna want you hoes, man. You gonna have men that's gonna be out here, and I'm talking about these foreign troops mainly. They gonna be out here. This thing frozen, man. They gonna be out here raping you and then putting you to death. All right. Those were some of the reports that was going on with this whole Israel Hamas thing. All right. They was raping the women and then putting them to death. All right. This is the book of Judges chapter 5 verse 30. It says, have they not spared? Have they not divided the prey? All right. And that's, you women are going to become a prey. All right. You got men out here that's starving. I mean, you got grown ass men that don't get women, and they be out there trying to get women, but you women give them the cold shoulder because they not riding around in the Lamborghini and the drop tops, the nice cars, but the man got his own home. He got his own place. You know what I'm saying? He work. You know, he's not the status quo of a man that you women are looking for. All right. But he taking care of his business and got his own thing going. But you want the man that all women want. You want the rapper. You want the athlete. All right. You don't want the blue collar man. All right. The electrician, the plumbers, the truck drivers, the men that make this fucking society go round. All right. Those men get shit on by you fucking bitches, man. All right? But it's going to come a time you're going to want that type of man. All right? You're going to want that type of man. All right? Because you're going to become a prey out here. All right? And if you don't have a man that you're a part of his household and he actually has feelings and love for you, who going to protect your ass in that time? How are you going to be protected? You won't. You're going to be out here up for grabs. All right? So again, back in Judges 5:30, have they not spared? Have they not divided the prey? To every man a damsel or two. All right? And a damsel is a young woman. All right? Ain't talking about you older women, you know? Like that chick that I played the video. She 31 with no children. But I guarantee she ain't no virgin. Okay? A woman that has no children is supposed to be a virgin. All right? She who knows? She could have had an abortion or two in her life. That's another thing. A lot of you women, you didn't lay down with so many men. You had these sluts a few years ago. You know, they had that bullshit ass, I don't even know if it was a real song, but Henny and Plan B. All right? Drinking that nasty ass Hennessy and going to the Walmart or any pharmacy for that matter to get the Plan B birth control. Meaning you letting random Pookie and Ray Rays skeet off up in you with your stupid ass, all right, because you don't know nothing about microchimerism. And that man's DNA, right along with all other men you let skeet off in you, is attached to you for life. And this is why you have all them goddamn demons on you. This is why you can't sit down and sit in your own thoughts without going batshit crazy. All right. So it says, to every man a damsel or two, to Sisera a prey of diverse colors, of needlework, on both sides, meet for the necks of them that take the spoil. And when war happens, a part of the spoil are you women. Why you think Isaiah 4:1 is going to take place? The main reason you women are going to want a man is because it's going to take away your approach of not having one. All right? Every society before Babylon the Great, women were married off at a young age after they passed the flower of their age. They could have been promised to a man from birth. All right? And once she passed the flower of her age, and has learned womanly duties, she was married off to more than in most cases an older man that was established, so that he could take care of that woman. All right. But when he got that woman, she was a virgin. All right. Majority of these women in Babylon ain't no virgins. Especially a woman like that I played. That woman wasn't no virgin. Okay, you if you've ever met a virgin, you can see the shamefacedness in them. But the more a woman is all in your face, looking all in your face, and all of that shows her whoredom. All right, matter of fact, a woman's eyelids, all right, show her whoredom, her haughtiness in eyelids, man. And that's all these women in Babylon, majority of them. All right, let me get that scripture real quick. Let me see. Probably in the Apocrypha. Bear with me. I am in transit. Yep, Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, which this whole chapter talks about you women, man. All right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and 9. And you can't tell me this don't describe you women in Babylon the Great, in America, you westernized women. It says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. All right? What does the word haughty mean? All right? Let's look that up. The word haughty, proud and disdainful. That's the average woman in Babylon, westernized woman. That's the way they look. They proud and disdainful. All right? Go on YouTube and just type in gold digger pranks. These women are proud against men. All right? But then when they see the Jake or the man hop into a Lamborghini, you know, with no roof, or a Porsche truck or something, then they come trolloping their ass right along when they just 2 minutes ago disdained and looked at the man in a disdainful manner. Like, don't talk to me. All right? But them days are coming to an abrupt halt, man. All right? A lot of you women are going to be out here taken against your will. All right? But the men of the Lord are going to be able to choose the type of woman they want around them. All right? Like Apostle Gabar mentioned, these women are going to be running men of the Lord down. They're going to be waiting in line for a man of the Lord. Why? Because it's gonna take away their reproach. All right? And they're gonna want that protection. Okay? They're gonna want and need that protection when all hell breaks loose out here, man. All right? You women have, you, like old girl said, you fell for the bullshit. You fallen for the bullshit, man. Shalakia. You fell for the bullshit, and it's gonna be evident, and it's gonna be shown when all hell breaks loose. All right. Let's get a couple more scriptures. Matter of fact, let's go to the Isaiah 4:1. Let's get that. And this is going to happen on this side, all right? On this side, in America, Babylon the Great, women are going to be chasing down men of the Lord, because the Heavenly Father is going to make a very distinct separation of a regular man and a man that is his. All right? This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. All right? You ain't gonna it ain't gonna be well, I need you to make $200,000-$300,000 a year. This to no, you gonna want to, you gonna look, I got my own, I got, you know. Matter of fact, you can have control of my little assets I have, you know. You ain't gonna be that independent boss woman no more. All right? You ain't even gonna want a man to provide for you, because you gonna, you know, like it says, saying we will eat our own bread, all right, and wear our own apparel, all right. Only let us be called by thy name, meaning they gonna want to be your wife. They gonna want to be yours, all right. And that could be 3 women, 7 women. It could be 12 women. Whatever appetite that man of the Lord has for women, that's how many women he gonna have. And you women ain't gonna have a damn thing to say about it. And that's another thing, man. You women supposed to share a man and have your you know, be amongst each other to keep each other company. A man ain't supposed to be around you women 24/7. All right? You women forgot that you were made for the man. You were created to serve the man. All right? America has totally fucked up the minds of you women and men. There was a video a brother had posted a while ago of you know, this black polygamy shit, which niggas don't even do that right. All right? You had this Jake, he had 3 women at home. And they all in the camera, and he kissed all of them. And after he kissed them all, they stayed in the camera, and this dumb, goofy-ass nigga was going in the kitchen with an apron on. That's backwards, fool. Here it is, you got 3 women. You supposed to be the king in there, but you going in the kitchen and putting the apron on. And thinking that you flexing by showing that you got 3 women, but you not even using those women for what they were created for. You still the servant, you dummy. I'll be damned. You know, I got 3 women in the house and I'm cooking. Are you fucking serious? But that's why the Most High is finna shake up this place, man. You know? You got 3 women, but you putting on the apron. And they just sitting in front of the camera. You flaunting your women in front of the camera. You know? And your goofy ass going in there to cook. You dummy. So it says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right? And when you look up that word reproach, let's get it. Okay? This is the online etymon. I'm going to pull it up, and then I'm going to pull it up in the blue letter. Okay? Most women in America, all right, need their reproach taken away. The word reproach in the online etymology dictionary, a rebuke, blame, censor, directed against a person, also object of scorn or contempt. All right, a disgrace, state of disgrace, like that woman that I featured in this video, that Latina woman. All right, to be in your 30s without having any children, that's gonna be disgraceful. That's disgraceful because you ain't no virgin. All right, it's not like you a virgin and has never had sex. You know, that's why they get all upset in pennies in a frenzy and try to shame a man for asking they ass, what's your body count looking like? You know, women get all fidgety. You know, they get fidgety in they seat when you ask them that. All right? And they feel offended. What you feel offended for? See, a man ain't got no problem admitting his body count. A man will straight up tell you, look, I don't even know, to keep it solid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many women I've been with. But we're not ashamed of that because we're naturally built to lay down with many women. Okay? But a woman, ask her how many men she's been with. Not relationships. Don't ask her how many relationships she's been in. Ask her how many men has been inside of her body. All right? Because a woman will be like, I've only had 2 relationships in my whole life. But how many penises have been inside of your body? Is the real question. Okay? Then they get all fidgety. And I've done it. You know? I've done it. Woman I've dealt with, man. You know? Ask a woman, how many, you know, yeah, you say you only been in this many relationships, but how many men have you actually been with? What do you mean? And then you got to break it down into goddamn dummy terms. How many men have been inside your body? How many men have you had sex with? And then, oh, I refuse to answer that question. That should let you know right there that it's a great number and she's ashamed of it. All right? So that's what as you see, the word reproach means shame or disgrace. All right? And a woman that's in her 30s doesn't have a man and no children, that's going to become a disgrace. It already is a disgrace. But as long as society's intact and you got all these suckers out here, oh, she on her bag, she in her bag, she doing what she's supposed to do. Meanwhile, she done been digged out or dug out by all kind of men. Maybe done had 2 or 3 abortions, because she had a one night, and the man skeeted off in her, and she went and got the plan B, or she went a couple of months and realized that she was pregnant and went and paid for that abortion. All right? This is what happens in America. Okay? This is what happens. This is a regular thing. The women are whores. Point blank, period. They all come with a price. There's a very low percentage of women who truly, are trying to do the right thing. All right? But the majority of the women out there, they living their best life, as they would say. Women, on to the next nigga. That's one of the sayings of these whores out here, man. On to the next nigga. All right? And that's what they do. As soon as they get bored with the man that they have, there's no more excitement. That thrill of the chase, them beginning stages. All right? Once that's gone, and the relationship actually is developing to where a woman has duty and she's held accountable, she's out of there, man. She's out of there. On to the next nigga. Now, back in Isaiah 4, I'm going to look that up. I'm going to look that up in the blue letter here. And look up that word reproach. Okay? Look up that word reproach real quick. And like I said, you can see the desperateness of women. Apostle Tahar said he's seen a young woman out there homeless. I see it all the time. I see it all the time because I'm in the city with these trucks. I do home deliveries. I see these women out here, in a pitiful case. And the main reason they in that pitiful case because they don't have a man. They too proud. All right? Now, looking up the word reproach, in the blue letter, the Hebrew word is harapah or harpah. All right? Harapah, which means reproach, scorn, taunt, scorn. Again, resting upon condition of shame, disgrace. All right? And to be in your 30s, shit, even in your 20s, when your body's young and ready to bear children and not have a man, you're gonna find out that's gonna be a reproach and a disgrace to you. All right? Not having a man is a disgrace to you women. All right? Once society breaks down, you're gonna find that out, and you're gonna find it out the hard way. All right? Social media, you women all on social media, you got all these suckers in your DMs. That's why you feel like you don't have to settle for a man, because men are always gonna be accessible for you. You know? But what's gonna happen when Esau cuts the power and the communication? What you gonna be able to do? You ain't gonna be able to do a goddamn thing, man. You gonna be through out here. All right? So you get one more scripture. Remember, going back to the book of Genesis, the 3rd chapter, your desire is supposed to be to your husband, and you're gonna find that out the hard way, because once this all hell breaks loose and the storm get to beating, all right, this storm of hell that's getting ready to come, the destruction of society, that's when you're gonna realize you're gonna need a man. All right, and Isaiah the 32nd chapter speaks about how a man is gonna be a hiding place for you women, and not just any old man. All right, because a lot of these men out here gonna resort to being as women, like that goofy ass nigga that had 3 women at home, but he was putting on the goddamn apron, going in the kitchen to cook. When you got 3 servants right here in front of you, you know. You got 3 servants sitting here ain't doing shit but in their phones and on live, but you putting on the apron, going to cook. Show you the mind state of these dumbass niggas out here, man. A nigga will have 3 women at home, but he putting on the apron. You know, he's putting the apron on to cook. These niggas don't have king mentalities. They're a bunch of peasants. Bunch of goofy ass Negroes, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. All right? What wind? All right? Yahweh spoke about a storm, all right? Let me see if I can get that real quick. Let me get that real quick. Because when that storm come and they get to beating, and here we go, Matthew the 7th chapter, all right? And that storm is going to come in the form when all hell breaks loose, when there's troops out here in the street, all right? When there's no refuge for you women, all right? You're gonna be caught out here. Literally, you're gonna be out here caught up in the elements, and you're gonna have to fend for yourself, all right? And it's gonna be very bad for you, all right? Because it's gonna be bad for men. How much more you women? Okay, this is the book of Matthew, the 7th chapter, and the I can start up, but I'm gonna go straight to the point. The 27th verse, all right? It says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew. This is that storm, all right? That's coming, all right? Salaki, I'm not, pulling these scriptures up because this blue letter seem to be frozen on my iPad. But Lord will, you hear, and you can, the message is, going out. But it says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, all right? and beat upon that house, how much more is it going to beat upon a woman's house? All right? When all hell breaks loose. All right? If a man is going to be out here wigging and tripping on what's going on, how much more you women? All right? Shit, a fight break out in public, a woman get to screaming and she ain't even getting hit on. She get to screaming just because there's a spirit of violence in the air. So how much more when all hell breaks loose? When it's a spirit of real violence out here, you know? It says, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. All right? And this is talking about men. All right? This is why you women, you supposed to have you a man. All right? Because you don't have the mental fortitude to withstand things when they get real. You don't have that mental fortitude. Esau done lied to you, baby. The serpent lied to you once again. All right? You've been lied to. You don't have that mental fortitude. Now, let me go back to Isaiah, the 32nd chapter, finish that out. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. All right? We just read about what that wind going to do to men when it comes. A lot of men are going to fall because they don't have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right? And it means just that. You're going to need a man for protection in these times. And not just any man. You're going to need a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, a man of the elect. So call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I'm going to end the video here. I just got to the plantation. This was just, I just cut the camera on. Didn't have nothing specifically written down. Besides that video that you saw, that sparked the spirit on me, as well as the apostles, the elders, and different brothers, have done videos concerning you women. All right, you better get with the program or get lost. Shalom.